Hi, Miss Holokai here. Hi, preschoolers. I wanted to read you a story about a pumpkin. Since we're learning about pumpkins, it's one of my favorite Halloween stories. I used to read it to my kids all the time. It's called Big Pumpkin. Big Pumpkin. Look at that witch. The author is Erica Silverman. She wrote the words, and the illustrator is S.D. Schindler. He did the pictures. Okay, here we go. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie, so she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew, and then it grew some more. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Whoa! That is an enormous pumpkin. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat! Said the witch. She can't do it, it's too big. So drat is like, you say it like, oh shucks, oh fiddlesticks, oh Jiminy Crickets. Which says drat. When something doesn't go your way and you're frustrated. Okay, just then along came a ghost. Ooh. Big pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. Because she's mad that she can't pick it. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Humph, said the witch. But she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. So she goes, there's no way you're going to be able to pick this pumpkin. It's way too big. But she said, I'll let him try, see what happens. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. He can't do it. Just then along came a vampire. Ooh. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than both of you and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Humph, said the witch. Humph, said the ghost. You think he could do it? Vampires are pretty strong. They thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. Look how hard he's pulling. He can't do it. Just then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. What are they all thinking? They're thinking, we couldn't pull it off the vine. There's no way that you could do it, but give it a shot. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. Whoa, look, she's even putting her feet on it and going, Urgh! Still can't do it. Just then along came a bat. Here's the sign for bat. Bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire. The vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat and they started to laugh. Ha Do you see him? Because what are they thinking? They're thinking, look at all of us. We're really big and strong, and here's this itty-bitty bat. There's no way that he's going to be able to pull that pumpkin off the vine. I may not be big and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. Humph, said the witch. Humph, said the ghost. Humph, said the vampire. Humph, said the mummy. Ready, set, pull, called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard, then they pulled harder. So look, they're all working together. So they have a lot more strength, a lot more energy to pull that off the vine. Do you think it's going to work? And snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh! It flew through the air. Look at that. And they all fell down. It flew and thud. It landed on top of a hill and thump bump, thump bump, thump bump. It bounced all the way down to the witch's house. And when it got to her door, that pumpkin just sat. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. Now look at, how are they going to get that in the house, I wonder? Well, they got it in somehow. Maybe she cut it up before she brought it in the house. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. So there they are, eating the pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. So yummy. Drat, said the witch as she watched all of them leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. So she could have more pumpkins next year. Love that story. Bye, friends.